Oh, hello. I am live. And at that exact moment, Discord dinged. Good job, Discord. Hi, hello. I'm your host, Lesbar. This is New Comic Book Day. Now, last week I didn't have any new comic books because I was actually a little bit sick and I didn't go. But I got all those books today. I also got this stuff here. This is just whatever. I was showing this off did I actually show all the art cards off in my Blood Realm unboxing? I don't remember. Anyway, Blood Realm came in. Looks great, by the way. Have not had a chance to read it. And in fact, I'm such a terrible person. I'm going to put it on the to read stack, which is right there. There's also another to read stack right there, a to read stack over there. They're just everywhere. But for tonight, for today, it is what it is. And oh, it's really dark down here. No, it's not so bad. It looks okay. All right, well, we're just going to go with it. We got a couple bright lights. Let me get all this stuff out of this plastic bag here. Sorry for all the crinkling. I know that's probably making you uncomfortable. But when I said there was a lot of books, like, I wasn't kidding, bro. There was a lot of books here. All right. Put those there. And we'll give people just a little bit of time before we get started with anything too serious here. But I kind of think, Batman makes for like a good thing for somebody to come into the stream on. They see Batman, they're like, oh man, Batman. To which I'm like, yeah, Batman. Excuse me. Man, I have if you saw my Blood Realm unboxing video, then you know that I totally lost my voice at the end of it. It has been a little bit rough. Just I think it's like a combination of like allergies for a while and then like weird changes in the weather and stuff like that. It's been kind of brutal. While I wait, here we go. Share Chrome tab. Yeah, El Crudo right there. While we're waiting, I just thought I'd pull up El Crudo here. Supposedly, I'm sharing the audio. I don't know if you'll be able to hear this. But El Crudo is a book that I like a lot, and you should definitely check out the Kickstarter because it's pretty cool stuff. Really, it is. I wouldn't be pitching it to you if it wasn't. Oh, hey, it's an result. All right, well, I hope the sound came through on that. Just, pitching a little El Crudo at you because I can, as if it was my job to pitch somebody else's book to you. Let's see if I hit that button there. Oh, hey, that worked. Booyah. Oh, hey. Oh, man, and of course, as soon as we start going here, like, my buddy just sends me a Discord message talking about some important stuff. hopefully things go well for him. Yeah. So if you haven't backed El Crudo, or you just kind of think, hey, I might want to back El Crudo one day, go check out the Kickstarter. For us, though, we got Batman waiting right here. So let's go ahead and slap that Batman down. Now, I don't remember the 0 hour event. Totally don't remember that. But I flipped through this Batman earlier today, and it was actually pretty cool because it's a story that's like, what if Batman was in a universe where his parents weren't dead yet, or something like that, and he races around trying to save them and all that, and it looked kind of cool. I haven't read it, but I just kind of skimmed it, and I thought it was pretty cool. I'm sure Ninja Weasel has read this one, and he can probably tell me the plot synopsis, just boom, right off the top of his head or something, because he's a crazy man like that. He'd be like, "Oh yeah, that was pretty good, but it wasn't as good as blah 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 story." I know you, Ninja Weasel. So, I go to Graham Cracker Comics on Wednesdays to get my comic books. And when you go to Graham Cracker Comics, you get 3 comic books for free out of the used to be 50-cent bins. Now it's a 75-cent bin. They're just waiting for you. They're just sitting there, just like, please take me, walk in the door, take me. I'm a comic book. I must go now. I must become yours. And I saw this and I was like, I'm pretty sure I don't own that Detective Comics. And I picked it up and flipped it open. Let's just flip it open somewhere. Like, there's a lot of wild stuff going on here, man. Look at this: Alfred holding a gun on Bruce, and then Bruce runs around and tracks down Joe Chill. Like, it's a really crazy issue. I know none of this is real or whatever, but it was pretty crazy. Look, there's a cop shooting at Batman because he's driving stolen. Uh, I have no idea what brand of car that is. A stolen rich guy car. It's so much fun. Looks cool. I like the way the colors work in this. It was a great little issue. I'm glad I picked it up because what I saw, I know I like it. Also, this is from like 1994, man. There was an ad for Mortal Kombat coming out on Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis, and Game Gear. Probably Game Boy too, but I don't remember the Game Boy part. That really serves to kind of, date the story there, doesn't it? Hey, it's Dark Admiral Marchera. You're in pretty early. We just got done looking at one of the free books I got here. This is Detective Comics. It was pretty wild. Pretty wild from what I skimmed through it. I gotta read it, but we'll get there. We'll get there. I'm also trying to kill time right now so that other people can get here before I get into the really juicy stuff. The other 2 free books I got, because it's graham crackers, you get 3, were these. I remember these coming out a couple of years ago and costing, like $4 or whatever. And there they were in the 75-cent bin right next to each other. And I was like, I kind of like this cover. Giant Godzilla footprint. Like, come on. You're selling me exactly the kind of thing I like, which is big, dumb, giant monsters. Now, whether there's big, dumb, giant monsters actually in the book or not, I got no idea because I didn't even crack this son of a gun open. I just grabbed it because it had a number 2 next to it. And I was like, I'm going to go. Nice notification, just stumbled on it. Well, I did make the stream in StreamYard this morning, I think, and I just tweeted it out. So I don't know why YouTube didn't give you a notification, unless YouTube is just like, bro, you're putting up videos regularly, stop it. Which that would be a very YouTube thing to do, because I'm trying to do the thing that they tell you to do, which is like have that daily content rhythm. And knowing YouTube, they hate that because it's what they want you to do. Or YouTube just hates me. I mean, that's also a possibility. And frankly, whatever. Whatever. So I'm going to open this off camera just in case there's something a little too saucy for YouTube in here. This isn't looking very giant monstery. I'm in fact, let me just say, I don't even know what I'm looking at, bro. I take it back. We got some kind of crazy giant monster going on here. I like the fisheye warping on this 2-page spread. I don't really like anything else about it, but I like that warping. It looks pretty cool. This is like a really weird book. And I guess it's living up to the cover because we got people partying. It said party animal, right? No, yeah, party monster on the cover. And anything like really good in here? It looks like nope. No, there's not really anything good except our hero turned into a giant monster on the last page, which is kind of wild. So I guess that's where this page comes in, where she's now the giant monster marching through the city. Okay. That's a lot of being naked. Okay, she's no longer a giant monster. I mean, I don't get it, man. I got no idea what this is. I think these people are just on drugs and they're tripping out, and it has nothing to do with reality. Kojikaru the Skinner. What is that? Mike Mignola. Hey. Oh wait, is this like the thing where he just wrote the story and it's not like Mike Mignola art or something? In fact, I don't even think this was that long ago. Was this just last year that this came out? June 2021. Yeah. So this came out right around June 2021. Okay. Hey, Dark Horse is headquartered in Milwaukee. Oh, Milwaukee, Oregon. Never mind. I was gonna be like, man, I should just like drive down to their office or something. And then I saw the Oregon part, and I'm like, oh, well, forget that plan because that is totally not working. I actually kind of like this over here. So let's just check that again. Main Street, Milwaukee, Oregon. Yeah, which is kind of funny because there's this town called Oregon here near Milwaukee. So, you know, I don't know what that says. We got a Milwaukee, Oregon, and we got an Oregon near Milwaukee. So you use your imagination and you think about that and you let me know what you think is going on there. Because I think there's something going on. I think there's a conspiracy afoot, or maybe, it's not actually a foot. Maybe it's like, a hand or something, but there's definitely a conspiracy there. Let me crumple this plastic bag up, get it out of my way. I had so many books this week. I actually took my notebook with me with all my stuff written down so that I know, I would get in there and I would be like, I am not forgetting anything. This little notebook is starting to get beat up. Like it's definitely starting to show its age. Been writing it for like 3 years now. I think. Wow, time flies, man. Time absolutely flies. All right, so we got stuff I paid for coming in here in just a second. And I'm trying to decide if I want to like bother trying to get these in like the doing last week's books and then this week's books, or just kind of throw it all out there at the same time. I don't know that it makes a lot of difference, which I do, but hopefully you and the boys can hang out with Eliza Bar some more. All right, dude, dude, it's tremendous. I mean, a lot of this is last week's stuff. Last week was a big week, but some of it's this week's stuff. Oh, plus my shop man, he just like threw this in. Um, I don't even know if did he charge me like a quarter for it, or is that just a giveaway? Like that was in my box, which is weird because I've never like actually asked him for one of those before. No, it's not listed here. So yeah, he just like randomly gave me one of them. I guess they're just giving those to everybody. I don't know, bro. I just work here. New era for the Dark Knight begins with number 125. Should it be like 1050 or something? I don't know. I mean, it's just like what do you expect the DC Connect to have in it? It's got exactly what you think. Dark Crisis Act 2, Assault on Titan's Tower. Who cares? Honestly, who cares? I'm not even going to say anything. I'm not even going to say anything there. I will get in trouble with the YouTube overlords if I say what I was thinking. All right. Actually, I don't know which of these books was from last week and which was from this week. Oh, no, wait. These four are this week. So this bunch is last week. Okay. All right, we are ready to do this now. So let's just start at the top of the stack here. And this is kind of a shameful admission because I still haven't read issue 1. Like, it's in these stacks. The other 4 issues are all just waiting to be read, and these stacks have not been shrinking. I keep getting sent PDFs and stuff to review, so I haven't sat down to review the comic books that I kind of need to review. Feels kind of wild. So let's just crack this open, and we open it up to an advertisement. All right, let's crack this open, and we open up to another advertisement. Who's Sith? I'm not even going to ask. That Dynamite has been writing these licensed characters like so hard, it's a little ridiculous. Not even like write them in a fun. What? We just okay. I like flip it open, and now we got like dudes making out. Like, what is even going on in this comic book? And then we just shot. Okay, whatever. I don't even know. Hold on, I gotta mute the microphone. Okay, hopefully I'm better now. So I don't even know. Something's Killing the Children 22. I think I finally did a review of 21 like 2 weeks ago, before I started losing my voice and all that. And it was absolutely wild. There's like a new dead person, and the cop was taking the girl, and holy crap. Look at that crime scene. Dude, that is wild looking. That is gory as heck. Hey, Eli Easy, welcome to the party. Welcome to the stream. Hi, hello. You haven't missed too much. Oh no, I'm losing my voice. Sorry. Let me mute for a second. I'll be right back, I promise. Okay. Maybe I'm okay now. Cleared my throat. And I'm not losing my voice. All right, let's get back to it. This is absolutely wild looking. Who's this? That's like in the murder house making tea. It must be monster hunters or something, because look at this dude's little bandana here. And he gets stabbed like through the something with a knife, and he doesn't even like seem to notice. What is even going on in this book? Yeah, there's a little girl whose family was just brutally murdered. There's Erica hanging out with her. Uh-huh. So we're gonna get some like crazy monster action this book? Nope. Nope, there's no crazy monster action. So this may be a something is killing my patience issue, as opposed to a something is killing the children. You have to catch up in the trades. You know what? That is probably the best way to read this dang book, because it goes for such long stretches where nothing is happening. Hence the nickname, Something is Killing My Patience. Speaking of books that are kind of trying my patience, like Berserker is nothing like what we were promised. And the last time we checked, they had buried Keanu Reeves in a box in a mine shaft. And I guess now he's like gone full Highlander or something here. I'm not really, sure what's going on here. It would have a much better art style as an anime, but see, I'm not the only one. I'm not the only one. Whatever. All anybody wanted from this book was what's on the cover right here. Keanu Reeves murdering literally everybody. That's what people wanted from this book, and it is what they are not giving to us. I don't even know what I just looked at. I don't even know what I just looked at here. I just flipped through this entire book, and I don't. Whatever. Maybe it'll make sense when I read it, and I'm not just flipping through it. Hey, speaking of Christopher Priest stuff, Look, it's Draculina. I'm going to look away from the chat for a little bit. Which in the last issue, Katie was, yeah. So she was like going to die, and the mouse was going to light the candle to swap bodies. Meanwhile, dear old dad showed up, and things were getting really crazy and really serious. And it looks like we're jumping around in time some more because Christopher Priest cannot write a linear story. Oh, these dudes are cool. I don't know who they are. Check them out. I'm actually going to be really happy, I think, when Unholy ends and he reboots. Like, because that's what my shop man told me was Unholy's like going to come to an end and then he's going to like Vampirella Year 1 or something. And I will get out of it then. I will get out of that and I will stop feeling like I'm compelled to read it because the story will be over and now he's going back to the beginning. So who cares? I don't care. What a weird way to write, man. Like just tell a story from beginning to end. Like you don't need to jump around 27 times and making out with the cops. Wow. That's in the past because it said back when she blah 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 blah. So go tell your story linearly so people can comprehend it, man. All right. Beyond the White Knight, issue number 2. Nice cardstock cover. Cool looking cover. I got to say I like it. I'm going to pop that chat up on the screen because we're still talking about something is killing the children here. Boom. Yep. Just imagine. Okay, imagine this world. Something is killing a children is a weekly web comic, and you get one page a week. Wouldn't that just make you go insane? Like you just be like, nothing has happened for 6 months. Like this is Mega Tokyo. Oh, old school, making fun of web comics. Where's Amine when I need somebody like Mega Tokyo? 1 month ago, beating a guy up. Saw GCO officer this man for 6 months. Terry McGinnis, you're under arrest. Officer Flynn, call a bus for the suspect. I'll deal with Terry. We have rules, Dick. My rules, and I don't want to see his name in this report. Come on, kid. Why are you taking it easy on Terry McGinnis? Terry McGinnis is a terrorist. There's Barbara. Yeah, because we're like 10 years in the future. Ooh. So is Bruce is like Joker actually here, or is Bruce just hallucinating all this? I don't know. I guess I'll find out when I read it. I don't want to look at too much more of this because I feel like I've already spoiled the book. Man, that's a cool cover. Hold on, check out the shiny right there. It's so shiny, 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 shiny. Absolute torture. Yeah, the absolute state of torture in this year. We make you read webcomics that post sporadically. Oh my gosh, like Outsider. Dude, there have been years where Outsider has updated like once. Absolutely just once. You read nothing from Dynamite? Oh, the Christopher Priest stuff has been fun, dude. I don't comprehend all of it because he tells the story in a really funky way, but it feels really satisfying when you get done with it. Well, when he finally wraps up all the 27 storylines, it feels satisfying. Robin 13, I thought this cover was awesome. Let me just kind of put it at an angle there so you can tilt your head, take in pretty much the whole thing. Like, looks pretty cool, huh? I know not Batman. Wow. Ninja Weasel almost called you Batman. I don't know what that says. Oh, they'll probably collect it in some form or other. Maybe put it in the back of the omnibus or something like that. But Damien there, I know Ninja Weasel doesn't like Damien, but this is a pretty cool cover. So Damien versus Deathstroke the Terminator, that's gonna go well for Damien. Not. And then was that dude's name? Respawn versus Deathstroke's daughter. This ought to be fun, man. This ought to be fun. And I guess Shadow War is an event because I don't think the previous issue was Shadow War Part 3. So I have no idea what this event is supposed to be or why they made a tie-in book. But I am already satisfied flipping this book open. Look at this. I randomly opened it up and we got. That's a good one. I should have finished the joke and went all the way. My parents are dead. Uh, but I like this. I randomly opened up the book, and the book gave me violence. I don't know what else I can ask for in a comic book than you randomly open it up and you have a good chance of finding violence. Like that's pretty good. This feels like what all comic books should be like, but no comic books are like this hardly anymore. It's ridiculous. This is like what I want. I want to see like superheroes and villains beating the snot out of each other, and you don't get that half the time. You get people sitting around having like coffee in a coffee shop or whatever. Why would I want to see that when I can see like some dude? Yeah, nice violence. When I can see some dude coming in with his awesome demon face. I mean, he is the son of the demon, right? Or grandson of the demon, whatever. And he's like leaping in and he's going to beat the schnoz out of people. It's just too good. We're going to get violence on the next page. Yes, we do. I mean, not a lot. We got people talking and stuff here. But violence. By the time we end this conversation, we got violence. Oh my gosh. I don't want to know more about this book, but right now, I'm going to read it later. But for right now, I'm going to just stack it up over here because I'm already in love with it. I'm already in love with it. This was all last week's stuff, what we just went through. This is stuff I should have had last week because I was under the weather and I was not up to streaming, man. I did not sound human. I sounded like I was like gargling battery acid, dude. That's how I felt too. Uh, it was a bad week. Yeah. Doesn't this look like what a Batman comic is supposed to look like? Meanwhile, in the real Batman comic, he's off like simping for Catwoman or whatever. It doesn't make any sense. It's not even any detecting. It's just Batman like sitting around being emo. And if there's one thing that Batman is, it's not actually emo. He broods, but he doesn't sit around going, "Woe is me." He's like, "Woe is me," and now, "Woe is them." And then he breaks somebody's like arm. Like that's Batman. I don't know. And I forget if it was 11 or 12. It was one of the last two issues where Robin went home with Lazarus stuff, and like his obvious intent was, "Oh, thanks, Smart Chair. I feel much better." Oh, let me pop that up on the screen for everybody. Boop. There you go. Um, yeah, I think it was issue 12. Like he goes home and he has like like an internal fight with himself because of course his the whole comic is based around violence, and he struggles with himself to not resurrect the dead Alfred. Which the fact that Alfred is dead is kind of stupid too. But hey, Tom King wrote it. What are you going to do about it? Nothing. There's nothing you can do about it because you're a human being and you're not Tom King. So, all right, kind of spreading this down so that the stuff's not all stacked up quite so high. I mean, Poison Ivy would make you. Let's be honest. Whoo, let's not go there, XLG. Also, hello, XLG. Welcome. All right, that's all last week's stuff. You want to see what was on the docket for this week? Oh, while I'm here, just speaking of simping, little Faye Valentine card from Rob Geronimo. Just thought I'd drag that back out here and just show it to you so you could feel mildly jealous, that I have such a thing. It's my first little card from Rob Geronimo. I think all my other sketch cards here are from Peter Simeti. Yeah, these are all totally Peter Simeti pieces of art. You can see his signature on them all. But yeah, now I got a Rob Geronimo card, and I need to get another one of these little plastic cases to put in it. I'll probably buy like 4 or 6 off of Amazon, and that'll last me a couple of years because I don't buy art cards. Oh no, that's wrong. I got 2 art cards coming from Jack Irons. Oh crap. uh, oh no. Oh no. I got that in his the Blood Realm campaign, man. I think it was like $20 or something. Like it was not that expensive. Anyway, from this week's pickups, I'm just going to put this here. I'm going to mute my microphone. I'm going to take a drink and maybe scrounge up a cough drop, and I will be right back. So you all just hold tight and look at this kind of awesome cover here, man. The Abomination and Maestro going at it. We know who's going to win, of course, but it looks pretty cool. Spider-Man, what does Spider-Man 2099 have to do with anything? Oh, didn't they put a book out recently for Spider-Man 2099? Is that why you're bringing that up? I don't know. What I do know, what I do know is that all the Maestro books have been kind of lackluster, man. Yeah, they did. Okay. Like this is the only thing I'm buying from Marvel, and this just it always just kind of feels lackluster. It's nowhere near as good as it should be. Like you would think if anybody would be able to write the Maestro, it would be the guy who came up with the Maestro, right? You would think, "Oh, are my cough drops orange or cherry flavored? Maybe it takes fish. These are menthol flavored. Like that's literally all I can taste. They're Halls because I like menthol as like a thing to relax you. But you would think like Peter David would be able to write like a good Maestro story. He wrote the Maestro story. Yeah, they got Peter David came back. This is what the 13th Maestro book he's written, and none of them have like risen past mediocrity. There's been like some high points that look cool. And in fact, I think the first issue of the first Maestro miniseries, way back, 2 years ago when it all started, I think that was the best one by far because it set up this beautiful post-apocalyptic world, and I thought it would be like us going on a road trip with the Maestro through all that stuff as he adventures and becomes the bitter, hardened thing. But we skipped all that. By the end of the second issue, Maestro was plotting to take over the world. Like there was no journey, there was no descent. It was just 1 minute he's Happy Hulk in an aim simulation. Next minute he wants to rule the world. He's not even angry. He just wants to rule the world. I don't get it. You're enjoying the symbiote Spider-Man. Hmm. Not really my jam, I don't think. But hey, we all like different stuff, man. No, Maestro is just the Incredible Hulk, dude. His superpower is that he's angry and strong. Although this Maestro is less like angry and strong and more just kind of he wants to rule the world. Oh yeah, here's like his second in command selling him out to Doctor Doom and stuff. That's the original Human Torch, not Johnny Storm. Abomination. Somewhere around here is Namor the Submariner, and also somewhere around there should be Doctor Doom. Can we get to the fight? Is there a fight? Okay, apparently we do get a fight eventually. One of the things that's kind of stunk about all these books is none of the fights have been satisfying. When Maestro was fighting Hercules, he didn't actually fight Hercules. Hercules actually whooped his butt, like one punch. So Maestro comes back later and just cheats and has Hercules inhale somebody that's made of plutonium or nerve gas or whatever. I mean, yeah, there was something that caused Hulk to snap. At like the first 2 pages of the book, he's in a simulation where he's having a happy life. He's like Professor Hulk. And he's having a happy life. He's got a family. He's beating up supervillains with the Avengers, all that kind of stuff. And then the simulation breaks down. But he doesn't get like really mad about it. He doesn't even kill MODOK. He just leaves. And as soon as he finds civilization that isn't that AIM bunker, He's like, I'm going to kill Hercules. Like, that's his immediate jump is, I'm not killing the man who is imprisoning me, but now I'm going to kill my friend Hercules. Like, that's it. That's the whole leap of logic that created Maestro. It's it was really sudden. And looking back on it now, like it feels even more sudden than it did at the time. Yeah, weird. Let me put that up on the screen because that deserves to be up on the. Oh, it's not. I see it in the YouTube chat, but I don't see it on the Streamyard. Oh, there it is in Streamyard. Yeah, it is the most lackluster thing. None of the fights have been good. Now maybe this one will because he's finally fighting somebody that he's not just going to kill with one punch or whatever. But somehow I don't think Emil is going to last that long because the Abomination never actually defeats the Hulk. If he did, we wouldn't have any more Hulk comics. And also, we know that he can't possibly. See, that's why I didn't want to see the actual like Maestro take over the world part because we know exactly how that turns out. We've all read Future Imperfect. So seeing Maestro beating people up, there's no doubt how any of those fights are going to turn out. We all know he's going to beat up whoever is fighting. Number one, because he's the Hulk, and the Hulk basically doesn't lose a fight unless he wants to. And two, because we already know the future of the character, where he's going to become the dictator of dystopia or whatever he called it. So him beating people up isn't that compelling. What would have been compelling is seeing how he becomes the embittered Maestro. XLG, sorry, bro. This is disinformation. This is disinformation. I'm going to report you to YouTube for medical disinformation. You're just trying to spread it in my chat, and I'm not having any of this. As a physicist, I can tell you that a large dose of gamma radiation from a specifically tuned nuclear weapon tested in that particular location of the desert where they were doing their research work would, in fact, if you had the correct multiple personality disorder and daddy issues like Bruce Banner, turn you into a raging green monster. It's a scientific fact, and I won't have you spreading lies that it's not true. So you need to look out, or you're gonna get banned. All right, I'm just letting you know how this is going down, bro. I got a PhD in this. Don't mess with me. I think the cough drop's really helping here, man. I feel my voice feels a lot better. You retract your statement. Good. Good. You should retract that statement. You absolutely should. Don't mess with me. Why quietly die, Ninja Weasel? Die loudly. All right, so that's it for Maestro, man. I don't have high hopes for it, except I'm hoping the fight is finally going to pay off, and all this me riding the Maestro train will not have been in vain. Hey, I just rhymed it. That's pretty wild. I wasn't even trying to rhyme. All right, next up, and I got to open this book up off camera because there's a non-zero chance there will be Ghibli bits that will get me in trouble with YouTube, and frankly, I don't want to have to private this stream when I get done. So I'm going to take the book back. Really cute cover. Like this just looks so cute. The little hearts everywhere. And I'm looking for just the right 2-page spread to kind of show off to really capture like all the craziness of the book. No, no, that's probably not safe enough for YouTube. Oh, whoa, I almost showed this page, but I can't show that one because there's a little bit of something I can't show. So yeah, pretty much I can't actually show you anything out of this book, I don't think. So yeah, when the last issue left off, Paprika was her whole. We'll just put this up. This is like the safest 2 pages in the book. Ah, well, that makes sense. That makes sense. So when we left off, Paprika, her relationship with Dill, her relationship with Zatar, all that basically just got sunk by her mom telling Zatar that she had a boyfriend. Here's her ex-boyfriend, by the way, her ex-fiance, in fact, who was scheming with her, who works in Paprika's office, to ruin their relationship. There's just lots of backstabbing, betrayal, and misunderstanding, which is what makes it a funny romantic comedy. This Dill's dad, who's apparently filling in as a delivery guy for Dill for whatever reason, and there's just we can show maybe some of the crazy stuff without spoiling too much. Yeah, if I fold this over, it's actually safe. So, sometimes the book is kind of like a serious, well, that's a little over style, but you come in here and it looks like a serious but cartoony looking thing, and then you just like go completely over the top. And I love that the transitions between serious and over the top is just like a single panel, and boom, you've got something wild on the page. It never stops being a visual treat because of that. The art's always doing something ridiculous to emphasize a point or help you get in with whatever. And it's a nice, fun, romantic comedy. You need to be 18 or older to read it. But I've definitely been enjoying the whole thing. Yeah, it is a reprint, I believe. I think Army of Darkness vs. Reanimator came out like 2 or 3 years ago. Ooh, look at this, man. March here's buying like serious Marvelage here. Me, I go into the store and I'm like, you know what? Let me see what junk there is in the 75-cent bin. Oh, you mean I can get Batman 678 for free? Because it's Wednesday? Well, I'll collect that. Meanwhile, March Hare's like, so, I just paid $3,000 for a first appearance of Dr. Octopus. That's the world you're in, bro. And I ain't nowhere near that. Also, hello, Manny, my man. You missed it at the very start of the stream. I pulled up your Kickstarter and I played the little trailer video while I was getting everything ready. So we have already shielded you on this particular stream. And I wouldn't do it, except I like El Crudo that much. El Crudo is always a fun and crazy book. And I appreciate that you're doing it, that you're reaching out and doing stuff in like your community to like do events and things at your comic store. Like you do that donut and comics thing, right? So at least I think I saw like a tweet like that once upon a time. Like that's all cool stuff. And your book deserves some sales. Like you need to actually turn a profit for once. And please, when you do turn a profit, don't turn that profit into more El Crudo drink koozies, okay? Don't do it. Get something more profitable than that. Make the big El Crudo bucks. Maybe start offering stick figure cover commissions like your Tom King or something. I don't know. Something to make the monies. All right. So Paprika looks like it's going to be a lot of fun. I know absolutely nothing about what the contents of this comic are going to be. I just got it because I was into the Dune stuff, and so now we're apparently riding all the Dune train for forever. I don't know, bro. I just buy these things. They show up in my box, and I fork over money for them. And okay, this is oh, okay. Well, yeah, it's only a 3.5 on a big important book. We at least open up to something interesting here. It's the Battle of Erikeen. Are we just retelling this story from somebody else's perspective or what? Oh gosh. Are we doing a rock band? Oh, God. What is even I can't even follow what's going on in this book just looking at the art. So whatever. At least it's a really nice cardstock cover, man. These boom books all have these really super heavy duty covers. It's pretty cool. That is a pretty strong statement, El Crudo. I don't know. I think Dune is more like a train that I'm riding on, and at some point the train's going to derail. It's going to crash. We're all going to die, and it'll just be like, yeah, we kind of expected that to happen. I'm going to mute my microphone and take like a 30-second break, real quick. Let my voice rest for a second and get a drink, and I'll be right back. Sorry, I have to keep doing this, but I feel like I'm on the verge of my voice like cracking up again, like it almost did 20, 30 minutes ago, whenever that was. Okay, I got one more book this week. Yeah. At the end of the last issue, they woke Robin Hood up, which is probably a mistake, but there are. Do you order them by author company title? I order them by publisher, and then alphabetically by title underneath that. And they're in my closet in this office. They're just right back there, like 12 feet away. So, Once in Future is the story of what if random bits of mythology were all true? And at some point in some issue that I haven't read because it's lost in one of these reading stacks, basically everything fell apart and the mythologies took over the universe. So now there's like 17 King Arthurs from different versions of the King Arthur mythology all fighting each other. And our brave heroines, is Ginger and his grandma, woke up Robin Hood to go give all the King Arthurs trouble. Also, apparently that's Little John, who has gotten a lot bigger than I remember him being. Dude, giant robots have suddenly showed up. Also, the little fairies are jerks. They're awesome. They're like little wasp things. There's so much about this book that I really enjoy. The art is great. The writing has been like pretty good since the first issue. And the coloring is like sublime because whenever there's magic stuff happening, you start seeing greens and purples and pinks and stuff. And what do you see on this page? Greens, purples, and pinks. Once in Future Robotech. Yeah. Hey, does that mean that's a Mac 10 right there? Or a Mac 2 monster, whatever it is? Yeah, it's a Mac 2. Like, there are several Guinevere's. In fact, our protagonist's mother fulfilled several different mythological roles in the King Arthur story for the first King Arthur, and I think one of those was in fact being the Guinevere, because she right isn't that right? Hold on, she was also whoever Galahad's mother is. Right now, I'm looking this stuff up. Thanks, buddy. Yeah, Galahad. So she was also Elaine, but of course we have two Galahads. Only one Lancelot, and that Lancelot became a traitor, which kind of fits with Arthurian legend because, Lancelot kind of abandoned his king for a while. Oh, there's just all sorts of absolutely crazy, crazy stuff in this book. When they were in the city of Bath, which was founded by Romans, they had to deal with a Medusa, basically. Let's see. There was a giant, which they killed with a beanstalk. They used magic beans to kill it. Just all kinds of absolutely fantastically fun things have gone on in this book in its 25 issues so far. Probably the weakest part of the whole thing was the like two issues that Beowulf was in. Those were pretty weak in comparison to the stuff before and after it. Grendel showing up was pretty cool. They met King Lear, who King Lear is based on like an old Celtic god or something. So they like met him, and he's like a water god, so he's like trapped in the waters in Bath. That's why they were in Bath, was to like try to see if they could release him. Just all kinds of absolutely wild stuff. No, it's an American title. I mean, Boom is an American company. I don't know where Kieran Gillen is from, though. Let's find out. Kieran Gillen, because I have no idea where that guy is actually from. Kieran Gillen is a British comic book writer. There we go. All I know is he's a guy who's written a lot of cruddy stuff, and then he turned around and wrote some actual, like, interesting things. This being one of them. Because let's see, he wrote gosh, he's written X-Men books, which were okay. I think he wrote some of like the Dark Avengers books back during that storyline at Marvel. What else did he write? Oh, let me scroll down, see if it tells me. He wrote some Iron Man. I don't remember that at all. Oh, apparently he's written a bunch of Star Wars comics. That's interesting. In fact, he might have wrote that one Darth Vader comic I got, which is pretty cool. So yeah, apparently he's a British dude. But of course, the thing I know him best for, and I didn't need to look this one up, is Uber, which is totally off the chain. Uber is an insane book about World War II, where they figure out how to make like superpowers, but the process of making superpowers kills most people. Pretty wild. Let's see. Apparently, he also wrote Warhammer Crown of Destruction. I think I vaguely remember reading that a long time ago, but I don't remember anything about it. What do you do for DC? Oh, he hasn't worked for DC? Okay. Oh, and he's the guy that wrote The Wicked and the Divine. I wasn't too impressed with the couple of issues of that I read, but maybe the whole thing is good. I don't know. Could be. Hmm. Arcade's not really a pseudo Joker. If anything, Arcade's more like a pseudo Riddler. Like he's not in it because killing people is funny. He's in it to build, his toilet or his death arcades or whatever he calls them, and then see if people are smart enough to get out of them. That seems more Riddlery than that does Jokery to me. Although even the Riddler's a bad fit for that. But yeah, I know who Arcade is. He's kind of a weird villain, and and he was a hitman. Like that. That's the crazy thing about Arcade is he was like a mob hitman, and his hitman thing was he built elaborate traps to kill people. Like I don't know why you would do that when you could just go bang and kill them. Like who does that? Who even goes through all that trouble? I don't know. It don't make any sense to me. Man, I'm just looking here at Kieran Gillen's like writing credits, and there's a lot of stuff I haven't read. Maybe he's got some good stuff in all this, and I just don't know. I mean, that is true, but he predates Jigsaw by 20 something years. Wasn't like the first appearance of Arcade in the 70s? Let's find out. Arcade, Marvel Comics. Looking at him though, XLG. I just pulled him up on Wikipedia. With that smile, I definitely see where the Joker thing kind of comes in. Let's see. Marvel Team Up number 65, Uncanny X-Men 122 to 124. Murder World. Yeah. Oh, wait. This is not a Chrome tab. This is in Brave. Let me pull this up in Chrome, and we'll just share this, and we'll look at Arcade for a minute because he is definitely a goofy looking guy. I would say they're different because Arcade is interested in entertaining himself, and Mojo Jojo is interested in high ratings. So I think you definitely have like a very different kind of market there. But yeah, I can definitely see what you're talking about, like with a smile like that. But when I think of Arcade, this is actually what I think of right here. This particular cover. What a weird team up, Captain America or yeah, Captain America, Spider-Man and Captain Britain. Weird, dude. Partnership with Fisk. Da 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 da. Yeah, okay. Arcade appears in X-Men Madness and Murder World. What is this? What is this? DOS Commodore 64 and Amiga, 1989. X-Men 2, The Fall of the Mutants. So that's a good one to make. Oh, there's no screenshots here, but what if we go to Moby Games? Let's check this out. Welcome to Murder World. Well, that's pretty straightforward. Cyclops, why would you go in there? Why would you go to Murder World, dude? What are you doing? Storm, don't go in Murder World. Don't do it. It's not worth it. For 1989, if that was like the PC title screen in 1989, that's actually really cool. But I bet this is the Commodore 64. Oh, yeah, there we go. Commodore 64. Man, ancient computing technology was something else. It really was. X-Men Master Murder World, a real walkthrough, as opposed to. Oh. Hey, there we go. Here's a clue for solving X-Men. Get the clue book. Well, that's wild. All right. Looks like we really do have like a walkthrough here. Hey, you got Weapon War by Prince Paul and Cool Keith stuck in your head. All right, well, you do you, Mr. Weasel. You do you. All right, we made it to 10 o'clock, which means I've been going for probably about an hour now. So I think I'm going to wrap up the stream here, everybody, before I really do lose my voice. Plus, I got to start getting ready for work tomorrow and all that kind of jazz. So we made it. We did it. We had a nice solid stream of me yakking at you all, and you all hung out with me, and I appreciate it. You all have a great one. Remember to like, comment, subscribe. And if you haven't clicked that little thumbs up, the like, you should totally do that right now and make all of our lives a little bit better. Otherwise, I hope to see you all next time. And until then, bye bye and all that stuff. Yeah, look at that. You got a thumbs up right there. You totally got a thumbs up. Work, the real enemy. Yes. We're going to end on that note.